Okay, this afternoon, Millie and I are in San Diego County, just the other side of the Orange County line, off of Christianitos and the 5. And we're going to take the Trestles, the trail down to Trestles. We're not going up that way, we're going down this way. We're about 150 feet above sea level at this time, and we're going down to Trestles Beach. Oops. This is the more rugged trail, popular with dirt bikers. We'll take the paved trail going back up. Millie seems to be okay so far, coming down this trail. Coming back up, we'll see. But we'll take the paved trail coming back up, so it won't be quite as challenging. Yeah, we'll be going uphill, going back. It's about the same elevation where we parked. About the same elevation as when we went to Malaga Cove. About 167 feet above sea level is where we started. So we'll be climbing back, but we'll take the paved trail so it won't be as tough. And see if I'll need to carry her back up or she'll need to carry me back up. The advantage to going this way, coming down to Trestles, is that it's not as busy, maybe an occasional dirt bike, but the paved trail has a lot of bicycle and foot traffic. So this way down to the beach isn't nearly as busy, and you have more nature views. vegetation is still pretty thick here, because this stretch of the Pacific coast between San Clemente and Oceanside has a reputation for being a lot cooler. The configuration of the ocean, how the ocean breezes the cooler water off of this part of the coast, keeps it a lot cooler here. So the vegetation stays thicker even in the summer. We're going under the 5 freeway. Northbound. Southbound. Okay, we're coming to the main trail. A popular surfing destination. Your enjoyment of this state park, courtesy of the United States Marine Corps, in partnership with the state of California. Technically, this is part of Camp Pendleton. The last time we tried to come down here, there were a lot of Marine police cars. Someone had gone AWOL and they were trying to track them down. So we had to give up and go the other way because it was kind of a tight space when you have police cars going both ways. So we had to give up that time. But this time, it's wide open. Something interesting there? You wouldn't know it to look at the scenery, but we're only about a half mile from the ocean here. This is one of Millie's personal favorite walks. It's a really nice walk for a dog. As long as you watch out for the bikes. But it's a really nice, it's always cool because of the sea breeze. And plenty of afternoon shade, so she really likes this. One of her 4 favorite walks that she picked to close out our California Mike and Millie's favorite walks collection. We'll have one more after this before we move. And then we'll start a new collection in the Midwest. Starting to get a lot of people heading home. So the tide must be going out. Or they want dinner. What do you think, Millie? Should we get an electric scooter? Maybe when we move to Indiana, we'll get an electric scooter. Ride around the countryside. There must still be some waves out there. There's still some people going out there. Smell something there. We don't have far. We're almost there. About a quarter mile or so, I'd say. I got these noisy shoes on. Now that we're further from the freeway, we can hear more nature. I think I'm gonna take off my shoes, take my chances. Take my chances walking barefoot the rest of the way. As long as I watch where I'm stepping. See if I can do that. Hold on a second, Millie. I'm getting my shoes off. And then I gotta carry them down to the beach. Oops. Not drop them. There's a trick to carrying them and holding a leash. Alright. So we can hear nature better. A lot of surfers taking advantage of the advent of e-bikes to get there a lot faster. That guy actually rode the old-fashioned way. Without electric assist. The way they were riding bikes here. Their surfboards here before e-bikes came along. But I imagine you get here faster, you have more time for surfing, so kind of makes sense. Here comes another e-bike though. Good thing this road is nice and wide here. It gives us plenty of room. Gives them plenty of room. Share the road. Starting. Oh, that's the sea breeze. We'll be hearing the waves here soon. Oh yeah, I'm already starting to hear the waves. Huh? I can hear the waves. We'll be there pretty soon. No dogs allowed in the sand, but she still likes to walk. She still likes to walk down here and back. And here's the reason they call it Trestles. Because we have the trains come down here. I'll go all the way down to San Diego from here and all the way up the coast both ways. Since the dogs aren't allowed on the sand, this is where we turn around. Hold on. Is this guy to pass? And we're about to turn around, but we're just going to take a look at the water. We're not going to go down on the sand. We'll take a look at the water. We can walk right here to this point and look around. Apparently they get some good waves down here. And let's get a look at the beach before we head back. Nice afternoon. Take one more look and head back. There it is, Trestles Beach, and you got Santa No Free over there. We're about to head back the other way. Get a better look at Santa No Free, right down there. Little pan of the beach. Not the best ways, but there's a good one over there. They're a little choppy right now. Alright. Huh. Okay, let's zoom back. We're gonna head back up there. I think I'm gonna put my shoes back on. That road's a little rough for bare feet. Hold on, Millie. Give me a second to get my shoes back on. And we're gonna head back. Quite a bird fight right there. Hold on, let me get my shoes back on. The other one. There'll be some sand in my feet, but that's not too bad. Way down there, down the coast. See all the way, if you know where you're looking, all the way down to San Diego. That sea breeze always feels nice and cool, doesn't it? Alright, we're going to head back up. If I could disguise her as an e-bike, she could go on the beach. Let's just take a look at this sign right here. It says county line. So the other side of that county line is Orange County. San Clemente, Dana Point, Laguna Beach, all of that's up that way. And there's some bluffs up there. I'm guessing that might be part of Camp Pendleton up there, since the sign said courtesy of the Marine Corps that we get to use the trails and this beach. Not supposed to walk across the tracks, even though there's no train coming. I won't do that. And that's the way going south. So we're still in San Diego County until we walk up the hill and get back to our car and drive back to Orange County. Millie says she walks barefoot all the time on all kinds of terrain. She's got special pads. Oh man, there are some rough waves out there right now. Alright, let's head back. So even the Native Americans who lived here used to ride the waves. I think modern surfboards might be a little more efficient, but they would ride the waves on boats, I'm sure. Alright, let's take that 150-foot climb back up to where our car is. I want to look back towards there. Let's head back up. There's a lot of sand on the pavement on this side, so I'm going to see if I can walk barefoot again, like Millie always does. Get the shoes off. Walk barefoot some more. It's supposed to be good for you. Good for your nervous system and your neural connections. Contact various surfaces with your bare feet. I've been reading and watching videos about that. How walking on various surfaces on your bare feet helps with those neural connections and helps the muscles in your legs. Well, we got to see an Amtrak train go by on its way to San Diego. If we had just waited a couple more minutes up there, we would have seen it head on. But we were able to watch it go by at least. That was. Oh yeah, see, this side has a lot of sand, so my feet feel better walking on this side. Makes sense that all the bicycles would track sand up here. Comes in handy for my bare feet. Feels really nice. Doesn't it, Millie? Says, yes, I like this side. I like the sandy side of this trail. That's why Millie likes this trail. Nice and quiet. This part anyway. You can hear the waves behind us and the highway ahead of us and the breeze in the trees and the birds. Pretty nice. Pretty nice walk. Nice walk for someone with 2 bare feet, and a nice walk for someone with 4 bare feet. Just a quick shout out from the United States Marine Corps. Not only that they're nice enough to let us have this trail and Trestles Beach, but because of all they've done to protect our freedoms, to defend our liberties, so that we can make these walks. Oh, I missed that train. I'm already too far from the tracks to see it, but we heard it. So we saw one train and we heard 2. We need to remember to pray from time to time for those who defend our country. I was not in the Marines, I was in the Army. We did our own style of defending. Mostly with tanks and howitzers. But Marines have a few of those things too.
You want me to stop you?
Looks like we're starting to get some traffic. Look out, Millie. We're starting to get some traffic. All right. Millie, gotta share the road. Come on. Ah, the road's getting rough again. Now I'm going to put my shoes back on. Millie's like, come on, Dad, I don't need shoes. What you need to put shoes on for? I don't have special pads on my feet, however, like she does. So I think it's getting really rough right here. I'm putting my shoes back on. Hold on a second, Millie. Let me get my shoes back on. It wasn't bad until we got right up here. We don't have any more sand on the trail. So, pretty rough. Really nice evening. Huh. Couple of corgis. Hey. Those are beautiful dogs.
Thank you.
Millie, you walked with corgis before. Remember your Uncle Brian had a couple corgis. You got to walk with him. Remember that? Alright, we're going to head back. I think we make a left up here so we don't have to walk on that gravel trail back. Right up there. We could go back down there. Hold on. Ah, we got a lot of traffic on this road. Look at all that. All those bikes coming. Probably take a bike all the way down the coast, huh? Well, you want to go back the dirt trail we took from the car this way, or we can go back this way on the paved side. There's a lot of e-bikes coming up the paved side. What do you think? I'd say we got enough room. We got enough room. I think the e-bikes energize her a little bit when they go by. She picks up speed. Go this way, we'll go over we went under the freeway on that dirt trail coming out. Go this way, we're gonna go over the freeway once we get up there. To make room for bikes. You want to go the other way? No, this way will be faster. We'll go this way. Hey, watch out. It's a little narrow right here. A little more narrow right here. There's still room. We just have to stick to this side. Every time an e-bike goes by, she picks up speed. We've done some walking. Yep. A lot of bikes on this trail. Go this side. There we go, that's better. Well, the trail going under the freeway, or under the 5, may have been a lot more rough to walk on, but it seemed to be the faster way after all. But we're almost there anyway. Once we get to the top, there's a road. We'll be on the road we're parked on. Man. Really getting a lot of traffic now. Alright. Not too far now. Man, they just keep coming. Stay right here by the fence and avoid the bikes. Yeah, I think the dirt trail was faster. We're almost to the road now. Yeah, the dirt trail was shorter too. Oh well. We're parked right over the other side of that bridge. The e-bikes just keep coming, don't they? Yeah, see, they just did. We're continuing right through San Clemente. Alright, we're gonna go. Nope. Get off the e-bike trail. We gotta cross over there though. Come on. Come on. Over here. We're parked right up there on the other side. That was quite a walk. So we are still in San Diego County right now. Orange County's right over there. See if I can zoom in on the sign. See, Orange County's right over there. We are currently still standing in San Diego County, where we have been taking this entire walk. Alright, we're about to get back to our car. Down that way, going towards San Diego. And up that way, back Orange County, LA, and on up all the way to Canada. All the way to Mexico that way. And we're going home for dinner. As soon as we get to our car. Alright, let's get across. Well, we did it. Made it all the way down to Trestles and back. Now we just got to get across the street to our car. Come on. Almost there. That's San Clemente over there. Okay, we're back to our car. It's up there. So we're going to be signing out. I hope you all enjoyed this walk. Did you enjoy this walk, Millie? Millie. She says it's time for supper. Time for supper, Dad. Bye.